So good morning from a pretty dreary Mallory Park. We're here for the Quick60 event and retro rides this weekend. As you can see, we've got a lovely Haltech paddock all set up here. Without a doubt, the most impressive sort of display on the paddock. And obviously, we've come as a bit of a team. So we've got Ilya, you all know Ilya. You've got Spicy Micra. You've got Ginge in the Haltech Eco Civic. And then you've got Louis in the E36 Bilstein drift car. So yeah, we did this event last year. It was a really good event. It's live streamed, the commentating is fantastic, the social media is also amazing. So it made sense to come, and then obviously what's better than competing as part of a pretty sick team such as Team Haltech UK. So yeah, we're just going to go through the day. So the format is going to be, we're going to go do some sighting laps in a second, because they've moved start finish line from last year, and then they're going to start calling us out in each individual group. Now my group looks not too bad. We've got what we got, we've got a BMW Impreza, oh dear, got a Legend there as well. So the competition doesn't look that bad in class, so I'm hopeful to go as far as I can today. Obviously we're not going to beat the Imprezas off the line, no chance. Obviously mine struggles to grip as it is at slow speed. So yeah, we're going to go out and do the sighting laps, and then we're going to roll straight into the timed practice sessions, and then this afternoon the competition starts. So yeah, let's take you along for today's journey. So that was pretty sketchy. Yeah, there's no grip, obviously, again going out on the cold tyres, but also is from the last outlap at from Lausitzring in Germany. I had picked up a load of shite on the back tyres, and that did not help grip levels whatsoever. Now a lot of these people are on super soft full slicks, so what we've done is I've softened the suspension right up. I have reduced the tyre pressures all the way down to 20 psi to make them a little bit softer and a bit more pliable. So yeah, we've got a second practice session coming along very shortly. So we're going to go out and see what happens in that session. Now in that session as well, so what I've done yesterday is I have plumbed the wastegate back into the downpipe rather than external screamer, and I've removed the blow-off valve. Again, from the Germany vlog, we were getting lots of fluctuations on the boost. So by removing the the blow-off valve this morning, that seems to have solved one issue that we were having. The blow-off valve isn't at fault, it's just I've put the softest spring in there for the old supercharger setup, and now we've got this new supercharger setup, we don't need a soft spring anymore, so we're kind of thinking that the boost is forcing the blow-off valve open, and that's where we're getting our boost leak. So now I'm happy with that. We've plugged the boost controller back in, so we should be seeing some more wind, as Mark would say. Now interestingly, it was plumbed into wastegate that last session, which is 10 psi, and we were seeing I think 11.8 psi of boost. So something somewhere still isn't happy, but we're going to go out again in the next practice session and see how it behaves with the boost. So yeah, let's go.
Taking that car to glory on the tarmac rally stages of the World Rally Championship in the 90s. There is the Nissan Micra of Eden Young, another of the Haltech stable. The car is diminutive, but it is very quick, as we've seen on various occasions prior. The Super Impreza across the line. Tom Moon's lap time will be updated on my screen shortly. Baz Morris in the 306 wide arch comes across the line. Definitely more than just a body kit. That car pulls wonderfully out of the corners. Eden Young's Mazda Nissan Micra now comes through the devil's elbow. Tom Moon's time was 84.68, at least on my screen.
Well, what a mess up that was. Me, plumbed in the boost controller the wrong way. I pulled up a diagram which showed me how to obviously plumb it in, and I went left to left, right to right, not realising I've mounted my boost controller upside down. So pretty much that entire session the wastegate didn't open, and we kept going into an open boost protection mode, and yeah, we just wasn't really going anywhere fast. Handling wise, much better that time round, so I'm happy with the handling. We have just got to figure out the boost control, so I've swapped the hoses round, and hopefully we're going to have a bit more successful run in qualifying. Hopefully we're going to have no more boost control issues, because I'm getting a bit tired of this now, if I'm honest. Other than that, I noticed there was a couple of loose bolts on the steering box, so Dad's literally just tightening that up now. And then yeah, we've got like a couple of hours or so now until qualifying, so it's going to be a long wait. Obviously for me, yes. For you, it's going to be a matter of seconds. So yeah, into qualifying.
Young in the Haltech prepared Nissan Micra K11. Very, very wild under braking there. Eden Young will be a favourite. I expect Eden Young to be one of the fastest drivers out there. Keep an eye on that black and gold Micra. That car should be one of the quickest things out there, the Micra of Eden Young. John Doubleday in the Ford Ford Cortina coming across the line now. A little bit slow through the first sector split. I'm not sure this is going to be a massively competitive time. I'll give you the time as soon as I have it on my screen. Meanwhile, Tom Moon comes around the last of the turns onto the step straight. Doubleday's time was 98.3, but here comes Eden Young. Eden Young is going to be a favourite here in this class, in the wild category. He will be one of the favourites, and he's about to set a mighty time, I'm pretty certain, even though he was a bit messy at Ed Wiener's. Let's see what the time is. Tom Moon's time was an 81.93, but new fastest time in the wild class goes to Eden Young, a 79.46 for Eden Young. That is the fastest time so far.
So she went really well that time round, really happy with how that's come out. So we're making about 18 pounds a boost, which was better than the 30 psi I was making in the practice sessions. But now the car is drivable. We don't go into any form of overboost protection, and we can actually make a full throttle lap. Now it was a bit sketchy going through the first corner, again cold tyres, but I could sort of like manhandle it and keep it going around the corner. And then we locked up quite dramatically yet again into Ed Wiener's, which is the chicane down there. Our closing speed is just phenomenal now. It just picks up speed so quick, and because the speedo isn't working again, I have no sort of sense of how fast we are actually going, and I'm braking obviously way too late, but I managed to get to third and then into second, and I managed to just put my foot to the floor, and that dragged me out the corner. So as it stands, we are 5th place, which guarantees us I think at least 2 more rounds if I can keep that pace going. What separates me from the top 3 is 2 seconds, so I've done like a 79, and then 4th, 3rd and 2nd are 2 seconds quicker at the moment, so I need to find 2 seconds somewhere at least. But 5th fastest in class out of 14, I will take that. So yeah, we're just gonna chill for about half hour, and then we're gonna get out for round I think it's said it'd be round 3. So if we can get to round 4, would be nice, but we got to find 2 seconds to get to round 4. So we've at least got 1 more run, and then we'll have to see what the results are from that. So let's go.
We now move into the wild class once again. In the wild class this time, we're expecting 8 cars, and 6 of them will go through. So again, 2 will be eliminated. Phil Cutler in the Toyota MR2, the 71 car, is underway, and here is the small and mighty Eden Young, the Nissan Micra K11, and he will be pursued on circuit by Neil Shaw in the incredible Audi S1. 2 of the very quickest cars in the wild category running together here. You'd expect the benchmark to come from one of those 2 cars, either the Micra or the Audi. Phil Cutler heads towards the first turn. Meanwhile, the Micra of Eden Young gets the power down. Nicely done. Phil Cutler turns into Gerard's. Again, top 6 will go through here. I think Cutler has a decent shot of maybe staying in. I don't think he'll be quite as quick as the 2 cars behind him, however. Phil Cutler. Oh, and big sideways there from Eden Young. Eden Young going through Gerard's very sideways. The benchmark has been set by Phil Cutler, an 83.7. This Micra is undoubtedly going to be quicker than that. It's a 78.21 from Eden Young. Here comes Neil Shaw in the Audi S1.
So that session was a lot better. We broke pretty well into Ed Wieners this time without losing it. A bit sketchy, go around in 4th gear flat out at about 110 mile an hour around turn 1. So we have qualified 5th, which means we are through to run 4. So unless someone else has an issue, we ain't gonna get through to round 5. So we'll take that, better than last year anyway. But yeah, it's getting to that point in the day now where it's starting to ramp through the runs very, very quickly. So I'm going to get back to the car now because we're not going to be long gone until we're back out again. But yeah, really happy, really happy with that run. Coming out the hairpin in 2nd gear, I gave it a clutch kick and that brought the car back to life, and I was flat this time coming down is it Devil's Elbow in 4th gear. So and then into the braking zone we were nearly on the limiter in 4th gear, which is about 115 mile an hour. So pretty sketchy. So yeah, if we can keep our 5th place, I'll be happy. 4th would be nice because it means we'd get 2 more runs, but we're guaranteed at least 1 more run. Let's go.
Yes, it will be. Eden Young in the 60 car, in the mighty Micra, will be next. Again, 6 cars are going to run and 4 of them will stand. 2 will be eliminated. And it's a very competitive 6 cars at this point. You've got the 2 Bradley BMWs, you've got Fletcher in the Astra, you've got Eden Young in the almighty Micra, you've got the Subaru Impreza that's been very impressive, and then of course you've got Neil Shaw in the Audi S1 as well. Kevin Horsley in that Impreza, one to watch. Eden Young, first one out there. Eden Young in the Haltech Nissan Micra, the number 60 car, the Micra K11, powers his way onto the back straight. Johnny Fletcher in the 64. Doesn't look quite as quick as Young in the first stanza of the lap, does he? And here comes Ronan Bradley in the BMW E36. So that's our first 3 cars out there on circuit. Eden Young in the Micra, Johnny Fletcher in the Vauxhall Astra, Ronan Bradley in the BMW E36 M3. Here comes Eden Young now. Watch his commitment into the first corner. He always absolutely leathers it through that first corner. Turns in. This time a bit smoother than he was last time, but you can see the car fighting against him. It wants to go straight on. He wants to turn right. Out of Charlie's he goes towards the step straight. What kind of time will it be? The time is... I'm waiting for it. It still hasn't come up on my screen. Johnny Fletcher will cross the line momentarily. Ronan Bradley is out there as well. I still haven't had my time for Eden Young. No time yet for Eden. Johnny Fletcher has crossed the line. Ronan Bradley also coming up now. Eden Young's time was a 78.01. Johnny Fletcher went quicker, a 77.45. The Astra outpaced the Micra. I'm quite surprised about that.
So yeah, that's all she wrote. We ended the day, I think, on 5th or 6th place. I'll put on the screen now the correct position, the correct finishing position. Yeah, Micra ran really good that session. I'm going to have a look at the logs to see what our maximum boost was, but it didn't clonk out on us this time. But yeah, I think that's the best that we could have given it this weekend in the event. You know, when you look at the other cars that have entered into the class, the old spicy Micra here is definitely holding its own. You know, I dread to think what we can do with this car with another 100 horsepower, which is the intended end goal. So yeah, that's the quick 60 part of this weekend over. Tomorrow we're going to be staying here for the retro rides event with the Haltech setup here, and then tomorrow we should get free runs in the public sessions as a Quick60 entrant, so we're going to utilise this opportunity by doing some passenger runs in the spicy Micra. We fitted a passenger seat yesterday before we left to come to the event. So yeah, that's it really. Short and sweet vlog, no doubt. I'm going to do a separate video on the passenger rides, so look forward to that almost immediately after this video. I'm going to take some sponsors out, some friends, some customers that are over on the Retro Rides camping spot, so it'd be nice to finally take people for a spin in the little crazy mobile here. So yeah, with that being said, that's this video over. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Don't forget to tell your nan. I'm also thinking about getting some of these sick straw hats done with GizFab and stuff on it. Do you want to buy them? Do you want to buy one? Drop a comment down below if you want GizFab sick straw hat like this. It would make a perfect present for your nan. See you in the next video.